afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Monday. Hope you all had a good weekend. I wasted mine watching football.
I know. That was a frustrating
Both
game.
days.
Both days. Right, yeah. And now the big chill is arriving, but the sunshine helps.
Yeah, we'll get to the weather in just a second. Topping our news today, the Babcock Dairy Plant has a new flavor to commemorate 175 years of UW-Madison.
An Israeli soldier freed from the hands of Hamas as the terror group releases new images of more hostages. I'm Tina Kraus with the suffering on both sides, with the war now in its third week.
And President Biden is trying to make sure that artificial intelligence doesn't pose a risk to Americans. But the thing that everybody is talking about is the weather for tomorrow.
We've got team coverage for the cold tomorrow. Gary Canalte's in the Weather Center. Jalen Banks is out in the backyard. Catherine Merck is outside the Madison Streets Department. But first, let's take a look outside. Calm before the storm. These Canada geese, I'm sorry. Getting ready for some colder temperatures. Halloween trick. Gary Canalte over in the Weather Center. It's not unusual, but it happens.
No, it happens every once in a while, but this is going to be one of those years. Let's start out by taking a look at an alert day that we have in the forecast. First warn weather alert day. That is for tomorrow into tomorrow evening. The first part of that is the potential for accumulating snow. We could be looking at anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of snow, mainly north of Madison, but also the potential for very cold temperatures during trick-or-treat time between about 30 and 35 with wind chills about 15 to 20 degrees. Future track snowfall shows generally around an inch or less of snow through much of our viewing area, although areas north of Madison, say north of Columbus and over toward Wautoma, might see an inch or two of accumulation, especially if the ground's a little bit colder there. Today we've had plenty of sunshine, but the clouds are gathering to the north and to the west, and you can see on Doppler track some light snow showers pushing to northern Minnesota, and 6-hour future track radar shows those snow showers heading southeastward. Probably won't arrive until late tonight, but we'll see snow late tonight into at least tomorrow morning. Low temperatures this morning were pretty cold, mainly in the middle 20s, although Camp Douglas is down to 18. That's important because it makes the ground cold enough to support snow to stick to it. Current temperatures are just above freezing in Madison at 36, a few places around 40 out to the west. Here in Dane County, we're seeing temperatures around 39 in Verona and 36 in Sun Prairie. Otherwise, this evening looks quiet. Skies become partly cloudy, temperatures dropping to the upper 20s by late evening, but that snow will arrive later on tonight. More on the timing of that in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, we'll check back. The upcoming winter weather will be the first time this season that Madison City crews will be out making sure the streets are safe.
Our Catherine Merck joins us live outside the Madison Streets Division with more details on how they're prepping for these winter conditions. Catherine?
Mark and Susan, normally on Halloween you see the streets filled with all kinds of trick-or-treaters, but tomorrow you might see them filled with snow and some winter cleanup supplies that are the ones behind me here right now. Brian Johnson with the Madison Streets Division told me this morning that the city is planning for about as much of an inch of snow. He tells me during the times of year when you're thinking about anything but the cold, his team is getting ready so things are prepared for the weather.
Once we start transitioning into fall, whenever we start doing the fall leaf pickup, at the same time you're going through all the winter equipment to make certain, plows are on, and just going through all that equipment to make certain it's all ready to go.
Johnson says crews expect the accumulation of snow to go away after a few days with higher temperatures later in the week. That means they'll still be picking up leaves during the rest of the week when things get a little bit warmer. Reporting live in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
Catherine, thank you. And if the cold weather and snow in the forecast isn't enough, saying goodbye for now to the sunburst chairs at the Memorial Union Terrace should tell you that fall is here. Today is the official end of the terrace season.
Oh, no.
I know, and most of it's outdoor music, dining, and sporting experiences. The iconic chairs will be stored off-site and will make their appearance to welcome the warmer weather once again in the spring. But that doesn't mean the events inside the Union are over.
While it marks the ending of a season, it's still a great time to come to the Wisconsin Union's Memorial Union and Union South. We have more than 1,500 events inside our buildings and some outside during the other months of the year too. So there's plenty going on.
For a list of what the inside offers this fall and winter, you can check out the link in this story on channel3000.com. And with this Halloween being a lot colder than most, trick-or-treaters may need to cover up those costumes with some coats.
Our Jalen Banks caught up with experts from UW Health on ways you and your trick-or-treaters can stay safe in the cold temps. Jalen's on the patio. Jalen?
As you guys and Gary have said already in the newscast, this Halloween we'll be facing some pretty cold temps and maybe even some snow. And this afternoon, I caught up with Dr. Jeff Potoff of UW Health, who says this year hats, gloves, and coats will be vital. Plan out places to stop along the way where you can stop to warm up, and this can help extend your time out trick-or-treating. Also, chances of hypothermia are not likely, but it's still possible with the temps that we'll face.
Wonder Woman typically does not wear a fur coat, but you know, it may be this year where the costumes are great, and I know our kids want to show off those costumes, but make sure they have appropriate winter attire if those temperatures are frigid. Our kids get excited about trick-or-treating. They like to run house to house. That can keep them warm, but eventually it catches up with them. They get really cold, and there is some risk for hypothermia in these environments if we don't take those added steps.
Potoff adds that with the potential of icy and slick road conditions at night, for trick-or-treaters to wear even more reflective gear so that drivers have an easier time seeing them. And tonight at 5 and 6, we'll have even more tips on how you guys can stay safe outside this Halloween.
All right, Jalen, we'll check back. Thank you. President Biden is taking new steps to try to ensure that new artificial intelligence programs did not pose new risks to Americans. President Biden signed an executive order today designed to strengthen the protections for Americans as the use of artificial intelligence continues to grow. Among the features in an order is a requirement that some AI developers perform safety tests on their systems and share the results of those tests with the government before they're deployed. It also creates an advanced cybersecurity program to detect vulnerabilities in software systems and a national security memo on the military's use of AI, as well as how adversaries are using the technology.
I'm directing the Department of Defense and the Department of Homeland Security, both of them, to develop game-changing cyber protections that will make our computers and our critical infrastructure more secure than it is today.
President Biden has been working with world leaders to establish global standards for AI's use and to counter AI programs being developed and deployed by China. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is working with a bipartisan group of lawmakers focused on crafting AI legislation. The Senate is also expected to host a pair of AI forums this week. As Israel's war with Hamas intensifies, both the United Nations and the United States are urging Israel to prioritize the protection of civilians.
The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry pegs the Palestinian death toll at more than 8,300, and more than 1 million Palestinians in Gaza have fled their homes.
CBS's Tina Kraus has the latest from Tel Aviv, where the Israeli military announced the return of a soldier taken hostage.
The Israel Defense Forces confirm a female soldier taken captive by Hamas on October 7th was released in overnight ground operations in Gaza. As the war intensifies, more than 200 hostages remain captive. Hamas released a video today showing 3 of them, Israeli women calling for a ceasefire. The women are under duress, and it's not known if they were told what to say.
To surrender to barbarism. That will not happen.
This mother survived the Hamas attack, but her children were abducted.
They took him from his bed, his pajama. It's my son, who's 12 years old.
Palestinian civilians are hurting too, with the Hamas-run health ministry saying the death toll in Gaza has topped 8,300. In the West Bank, this teenager says the world has forgotten the children of Gaza.
It makes me sick that the world is turning its back on us and it's not doing anything to protect us.
Many Israelis we spoke with are angry at Hamas and the Israeli government and dismayed about the suffering on both sides.
This is like an ongoing trauma of the Holocaust.
Nurit Lamour says before the October 7th attack, she and her daughter would bring food to Palestinians in Gaza and take them to doctor's appointments in Israel.
We have friends, we write to them, we want to help them. They cannot be helped until they demolish Hamas.
Along this busy Tel Aviv street, a grim tally of those missing and murdered. Israelis say they have nothing to do but pray, wait, and hope.
We can't stop the war without we are the hostages.
These yellow ribbons are uniting strangers in hope. the hostages will return home soon. Tina Kraus, CBS News, Tel Aviv.
The U.S. State Department says the last planned charter flight for Americans trying to get out of Israel will leave Ben Gurion International Airport tomorrow.
Well, on a lighter note, UW-Madison has announced its new ice cream flavor dedicated to the UW's special anniversary, 175 s'more years. The Babcock Hall dairy plant located on campus is crafting the ice cream with the help of student employees. The graham cracker and marshmallow treat celebrates the university's 175th year as an institution and highlights the Wisconsin motto of moving forever forward.
We look toward the future and the next 175 years. We want to make sure that we're continuing to meet the needs of the state, meet the needs of our students, meet the needs of our businesses. And again, what better way to celebrate than having this wonderful new ice cream that commemorates looking forward to the next 175 years.
You can try the new flavor on campus or in select local stores.
Can't beat Babcock ice cream. Well, the local nonprofit Turning Point has a brand new space along University Avenue. News 3 Now got a look inside the new space ahead of their open house next week. Turning Point is a program for individuals with disabilities that incorporates technology, group training, and community job exploration. Founder Kimberly Nunn says this is an exciting opportunity as they continue to grow. With 41 employees now serving 300 clients in the area, she credits her staff in getting them there.
I think starting out I had 5 to 10 clients, and it was just me for the first year, and then I hired my first employee and we continued to grow. So the sky's the limit at this point. I always tell people when I walk into my office that it's my happy place because I truly love what I do.
Their goal is to increase the employment outcomes and independent living skills for people with disabilities transitioning to adult life. The new location features dedicated spaces for more hands-on experience, which only means more opportunities for those folks in building relationships within the community.
We're super excited about the new space and having the ability to work on independent living skills upstairs in the apartments and work on the skills in the class and working on professional soft skills for the work environment. I think that we have the space to do more hands-on activity, more classroom learning, helping students be engaged. And then we've also been able to expand the populations that we work with.
A big part of that is now being wheelchair accessible on the first floor. Classroom-style curriculum is emphasized half the day, paired with work experiences in the community. They also now have a van, which helps with transportation and getting people to and from where they need to go. Well, surely you can't be serious.
That is the name of a new book chronicling the making of the movie Airplane. One of the authors and UW grad, David Zucker, joins us when Live at 4 continues.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it,
Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face
with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Nice.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure.
Don't miss the 34th Annual Winter Art Fair off the Square, November 11th and 12th at the Monona Terrace Convention Center. Featuring over 100 Wisconsin exhibitors with a wonderful selection of ceramics, paintings, glass art, wood, jewelry, and much more. Place your bids at our silent auctions Saturday only. Children will enjoy the Young Collectors Corner. Buy local for the holidays. The Winter Art Fair off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Joni's card yet.
Ordering promotional products guaranteed to create memorable moments is an easy mission at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Anybody that knows me here knows that I'm always focused on the customer first. I want to make sure that we don't have to worry about this door next year, the year after that. I'm not an actor at all. Here at Precision, we're here for you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Choose FlexBuy on a new 2024 Ford Edge. Pick up 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $1,000 FlexBuy cash and $1,000 low APR cash.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome back. It seems like a lot of people are into Halloween this year.
I went shopping yesterday for our costumes. Waited way too long. Everything is gone.
So we're going as Mark and Susan.
Yeah. The National Retail Federation says spending on Halloween this year will top $12 billion, with individual shoppers shelling out an average of over $100. Party City's Luke Willig says more people are buying more expensive decorations, and millennials and other grown-ups are still dressing up, sometimes with multiple costumes.
Social media really defines on what millennials, what they want to dress up as for Halloween.
Now, if fear of the dentist doesn't scare you, prices for candy might. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says candy is up 7.5% from a year ago. The Retail Federation says discount stores are the top destination for Halloween items, followed by specialty stores and then online.
Well, stocks took off to start the work week on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials gained 511 points, or 1.5%. The Nasdaq gained 146. The S&P 500 tacked on 49. It's a hilarious movie made 43 years ago by a group of total Hollywood outsiders.
They were 3 UW-Madison grads who shared an offbeat sense of humor and wrote famous lines that are still quoted today.
I want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you.
Flight 209 now arriving Gate 8. Gate 9. Gate 10.
I mean, it doesn't matter how many times you watch this.
It's ageless.
It is hilarious. Surely you can't be serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley.
It's the name of a new book by David Zucker, Jim Abrahams, and Jerry Zucker.
It tells the true story, Airplane, the film they wrote and directed. And David Zucker is back in Madison. Welcome back.
Hi, David. Good to see you.
Hi. Hello. It's nice to be back. I mean, I remember the days we had a little theater on Regent Street called Kentucky Fried Theater.
Right. Exactly. Well, what was the impetus to write this book?
Oh, we just, we figured out our kids didn't know the story, and our ex-wives didn't know the story. They didn't know anything about it. So we decided we should write a book, and then we saw on the Onion AV Club in the Onion, this guy named Will Harris did a oral history of Airplane. So we thought, okay, this is the format to do it. So that's what we did.
Take us back. How did this all get started? Is it true the idea for this was formed at Jordan's Big Ten pub over a couple of beers?
Yeah, it was actually formed before that. When we were in Milwaukee, we got a hold of some videotape equipment and we started doing spoofs of television commercials. And then we decided to get together with our friend Dick Chudnow and do a theater. And so we remodeled the back of the bookstore. It was called Shakespeare and Company at that time. Now it's Jordan's Big Ten Pub.
Wow.
But it's nice they serve beer there now. They didn't then at a bookstore.
So you performed on campus for a number of years, and then when you all graduated, you took off for Hollywood. What was the plan?
We just performed for a year in Madison, and it was really after we graduated. Jerry, my brother, was still a senior at UW, and we decided we could only charge $1 admission. We wanted to get discovered, be on the Tonight Show, And at that time, in that year, Johnny Carson had just moved to LA. And we also thought it would be much easier, more comfortable to starve in the 80-degree weather than here in Wisconsin or in New York, had we gone there.
How did a group of 3 Wisconsin guys, though, get some of these A-list actors, Lloyd Bridges and Robert Stack? How did you convince them to do this?
Well, you know, I think they all want to be in movies, and they had mainly done television at that point in their careers. And so we had an executive producer named Howard Koch who actually knew some of these people. And he had been past president of the studio and president of the Academy. And like, I remember when we gave it to Peter Graves, I mean, it wasn't easy. He threw the script across the room and said, "This was the worst piece of trash I've ever read in my life." And the worst trash, the worst taste I've ever read. So we had him in, and I think he was surprised to find that we weren't these drugged out weirdos that he expected. And so we kind of came off as these Midwest guys. And he said, "Okay, I'll try it." Plus, his wife and his daughter said, "Peter, you have to do this. This is funny." So he took, he just trusted us. I don't know why, but it came out fine.
I mean, some of the lines in this movie are still quoted 43 years later.
And they are still hilarious. You could see this movie 100 times and it still makes you laugh.
And I have.
So what are some of the insights in the book that went into the making of this?
Oh, well, part of, Leslie Nielsen disrupted the whole set he had this whoopee cushion machine. And he would do it. He would make the sound just when somebody was reading a serious line, and they would crack up. And then he sold these little contraptions to everybody, all the crew and the cast. And our assistant director finally had to say, "Okay, no more." It's banned from the set. But of course, Leslie was not banned from the set.
It's a spectacular movie. Lives on. I could watch it every day.
Me too. Me too. It's what we need right now. Some good laughs.
David, welcome back to Madison. Thanks for being with us today.
Okay, thanks for having me.
Great to see you.
Keep up the good work. We're all counting on you.
Well done. Well done.
David Zucker will talk about the book and sign copies of Surely You Can't Be Serious tonight at 7 o'clock at the Madison Central Library, West Mifflin Street. Tickets are $28, but that includes a copy of the book.
I can't wait to read that book.
Yeah,
I want to read it
hilarious.
now. Yeah.
Well, Toyota has introduced a new Highlander, but it's not a Highlander.
We'll get an explanation from Harvey Briggs as we go behind the wheel when Live at 4 continues.
What did you get?
A 94.
That's good. AAA Auto Insurance scored a 94 on member satisfaction.
What? AAA Auto Insurance?
Uh-huh. You can't shush the truth, people. You can't shush the truth.
AAA Auto Insurance. Expect something more.
Hold it!
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there is now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I have experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angels Senior Living Community is built on a foundation of authentic, local care, a framework for living well, windows to take in the beautiful future, and it's crowned by the pride that one's home is one's castle. This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living, built with the help of angels.
From working out to catching up, and of course, game night. Your home is the groundwork for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to have been a part of this community for 78 years. And during our 78th anniversary event, carpet installation is just $78. Coyle Carpet One Floor and Home. Beautiful, made affordable. Locally owned and operated since 1945.
What did you get?
A 94.
That's good. AAA Auto Insurance scored a 94 on member satisfaction.
What? AAA Auto Insurance.
Uh-huh. You can't shush the truth, people. You can't shush the truth.
AAA Auto Insurance. Expect something more.
Well, take a look at this. Hundreds of people ducked for cover as a giant pumpkin was dropped from the sky into an inflatable pool in Seaside, Oregon. The giant pumpkin was grown by Jim Sheridan, who won the West Coast Giant Pumpkin Regatta the weekend before. Seaside Fire and Rescue posted slow-motion video of the drop, describing it as the biggest splash ever.
Cool.
What will they think of next? Dropping a giant pumpkin into a pool.
In a pool.
Look at the people. Look at the crowd.
Look at the splash.
Yeah. Very cool.
All right. Frost on the pumpkin this morning.
Yeah, it was cold this morning, but that gets the ground cold enough to maybe have some snow stick to it when we have some snow overnight into tomorrow morning, as we head just in time for the Halloween trick-or-treaters tomorrow night.
4 years ago, the same thing, wasn't it?
Well, we'll take a look at that beyond the barometer. Don't go spoil my thunder.
I didn't know.
There,
I didn't go to rehearsal today.
Yeah, it's cold now, but it'll be even colder and snowy later on tonight. I'll have more in the First Warn forecast in a few minutes.
Nobody wants to think about cold weather, but now's the time to winterproof your home. Is your house cold every winter? Your home needs foam. Are your heating costs too high? Your home needs foam. Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Your home needs foam. USA Premium Foam is over 35% more efficient than ordinary, weaker insulation. Winterproof now and get 0% financing for 72 months.
USA Insulation.
How much money have you wasted trying to find the right shade of foundation to match your skin tone? You end up with so many unused bottles, yet you can't bear to throw them out. Now, there's Color Beauty Self-Adjusting Foundation, which means you'll never search for the perfect shade again.
It's really difficult for me to find a good tone foundation. I usually purchase about 3 or 4 and sometimes mix them. Color Beauty is a game changer in finding the right foundation. You put it on your skin and it transforms into your own skin tone.
The Color Beauty foundation is so simple to put on. My skin looks great and it just looks awesome.
The key to the innovative Color Beauty formula is tiny color beads that release and blend to perfectly match your skin tone as you apply it. The foundation is white when it comes out of the bottle, but when I begin to apply it, it adjusts to blend perfectly with the color of my skin.
My biggest problem area is my cheeks right here. Color Beauty feels really light on my skin, and I can tell that it is pretty full coverage, so it looks like I don't have too much foundation on, but it is covering all my acne scars like I was saying before. I actually really love it. It's weightless and it's full coverage, and also it literally just matches my skin as soon as I put it on. It's no work. I've never experienced a foundation like this.
Color Beauty only comes in 2 colors, light and medium. If you have fair skin or you burn easily, go with the light. If you have darker skin, go with the medium. Plus, with an SPF of 50, they're getting the highest level of sun protection in a lightweight formula. And best of all is Color Beauty's exclusive special.
Order Color's Ultimate Beauty Package today and get 40% off. That means you'll get the color adjusting foundation, the skin smoothing primer, and the fan favorite lash enhancer for thicker, longer looking lashes at 40% off. Plus, get free shipping. Visit color40.com or call the number on your screen.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, Yeah, it's sunny out there right now. It's cold, but it will get even colder, and the problem is Halloween's tomorrow. We also have some snow in the forecast. We do have a first warned weather alert day in the forecast, not only for the cold for tomorrow, but probably for our first accumulating snow, especially for areas north of Madison. Those areas could see an inch or two of snow accumulation, especially on grassy surfaces, but the surface temperature is going to be very critical as to whether or not it sticks to the ground or melts. But trick-or-treat temperatures will only be between about 30 and 35, and you factor in the brisk northwesterly winds, and we're talking about wind chills probably between about 15 and 20 degrees above zero. So this alert day covers the snow in the morning and goes to late evening to cover the trick-or-treaters. Now, the actual trick-or-treat forecast, by that time I think most of the snow should be over with. So 4 p.m. we're looking at mostly cloudy skies, temperatures around 37. By 6 p.m. skies start to clear a little bit, partly cloudy skies, but that just drops the temperature to 35. And by 8 p.m., by the time most of the trick-or-treating is done, we're down right around freezing, again with those wind chills down around 20 degrees. So a very cold Halloween across southern Wisconsin. Now, as we take a look at Doppler track, we've been sunny all day today, but there already are some flurries moving to northwestern Wisconsin and snow showers that are starting to develop in bands back into the Dakotas and western Minnesota. 6-hour future track radar shows some rain showers here, but eventually this should change over to snow showers as the snow shifts farther to the south. The other complicating factor is to the north and west, there's a fair amount of snow on the ground from a weekend winter storm. So the cold air comes across that snow cover, really doesn't have time to warm up before it reaches us. There's even been a little bit of light snow on the ground across parts of southern Minnesota and northwestern Iowa. And there are winter weather advisories for tonight and tomorrow in the lake snowbelt regions in far northern Wisconsin and the western UP of Michigan. And out to the west, there are wind advisories for winds that could gust from 30 to 50 miles per hour, mainly overnight into tomorrow morning. I don't think we'll see that strength of winds by the time they reach us, but again, you factor in winds with cold air, and we're talking about wind chills that are be down, probably around 15 to 20 degrees by the time the trick-or-treaters head out. And then the last thing is last night, low temperatures were well below freezing, so most areas had a really hard freeze. That gets the ground cold enough, and temperatures really didn't rise that much today. So 3 things you need to know. Again, the snow will come first. That'll be late tonight into tomorrow morning, start winding down tomorrow afternoon. Then unseasonably cold for the trick-or-treaters and also into Wednesday as well with highs in the 30s. It'll be dry for the rest of the weekend, but still we're looking at temperatures well below normal. Plan your night. Look for the snow to start arriving by 3 a.m., 6 a.m. Most of us are seeing some snow with temperatures in the upper 20s. That continues through 9 a.m. and into noon. And then watch as we get into late afternoon. The snow shifts to the south and east, and we start to see some improvement there. Look for snow accumulations, generally an inch or less most areas, a little bit more, an inch or two to the north and west. Planning your night across Dane County, 29 for the low in Mount Vernon, 29 in Pine Bluff, and 28 in Madison, 29 degrees for the low in Baraboo. Tomorrow, look for a high of only 37 with those snow showers in the morning and the first warned 7 to 10 day forecast. Temperatures at least get back up to around 50 by the end of the week. However, notice some rain showers coming in. We also see the possibility for some flurries of snow to mix in early next week.
All right, all I can say is boo.
Thank you, Gary. The Highlander is one of Toyota's best-selling SUVs, but its third-row seating can be challenging for an adult.
The solution? Make it bigger. And they did. Let's check out the Highlander's bigger brother as we go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs. Well, this is something grand.
It is. It's a Grand Highlander, Mark.
Not a Highlander.
Not a Highlander. This is the Grand Highlander. It is about 4 inches longer than the standard Highlander. It is 2 inches wider, 2 inches taller, and it is what American car buyers want, Mark. More! More!
Cashing in on the name. And why wouldn't they? The Grand Highlander is a completely new vehicle and fills an important gap in the Toyota lineup.
Well, it's all Toyota all the time,
I was going to say, we just did the Prius.
Yes, and so now we're doing the polar opposite of that vehicle. You know, the Highlander just wasn't big enough, so they had to go grand. And actually there is some truth to that because one of the big flaws in the Highlander was the rear seat.
Adults really couldn't fit back there. This grandness changes that.
Now, this Grand Highlander has one of the largest rear seat legroom capacities in the category, and it's a full 5.5 inches more legroom than the standard Highlander.
Need proof? Harvey is 6'3". The second row slides forward, and Harvey can climb right in there with plenty of room. Even with the second row seat, pushed all the way back.
They're treating the third row passenger like a real person.
Air vent?
Yeah, we've got air vents, we've got USB ports, you've got
cup holders,
huge cup holders here. So lots of good amenities if you happen to be stuck back here.
You can move in.
There you go. It's bigger than a New York apartment.
Speaking of amenities, our top-of-the-line Hybrid Max Platinum trim is loaded with them. It's one of only 3 trim levels, XLE, Limited, and Platinum, all with different powertrains.
Here you have a 2.4-liter turbocharged in the base model. Then you have a hybrid version, which is a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine with the hybrid powertrain system. And then you have this Max, which is that 2.5-liter engine with a turbocharger and the hybrid powertrain. And this thing is seriously powerful. It's 369 horsepower on this vehicle. Let's talk price. Pricing starts, that base model starts around $43,000, so there is a bit of a premium for this over, say, a Telluride or a Palisade. And then when you get to this fully loaded, all-wheel drive, hybrid Max, Platinum, whatever, you're at $61,000.
Which is about in line with the likes of, say, the Ford Explorer or the Jeep Grand Cherokee L. So would you recommend it over the competitors?
You know what? I drove this weekend down to Michigan and back, a few hundred miles, and I got to tell you, it's a great highway cruiser. I think this is one of the best vehicles that Toyota makes, and I think it goes right to the top of the class in the 3-row family SUVs.
It's high praise.
Well, there you go. They do good work. I'm going to acknowledge it.
Harvey is here now.
Hi, Harvey.
Hey, how are you guys?
It's a big machine.
It is grand.
It is, and you know, it fits in between the Sequoia, which should be big with a name like that.
And that's a truck, right?
Yeah, that's a truck-based SUV, and the regular Highlander. And really, for most people, this is a better solution than the Sequoia if you want a 3-row SUV, because most people don't need 12,000 pounds of towing. They don't need the truck-like capability of that 4-wheel drive system. So this is really targeted toward family and family use. You can tow like 5,000 pounds. Gets 27 miles per gallon on the highway.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I was just going to ask you that.
Yeah, and if you get that mid-level hybrid trim, you can get in the mid-30s miles per gallon on the highway. So there's a lot going for that vehicle.
It's alternative to a minivan.
Yeah, very much so. It's either that or a minivan. People like the styling, the image of that sort of SUV versus a minivan. If I had a big family, I'd probably opt for the minivan.
Save some money, too.
Well, yeah, save some money and better convenience. Much easier vehicle to live with.
All right. Harvey, thank you.
Great.
RidesandDrives.com. You can read all about the Grand Highlander.
We'll be publishing it tomorrow.
All right, very good.
Coming up next year on Live at 4, we go beyond the barometer with Gary Canalti.
And then coming up next hour at 5, the Madison School Board will meet tonight. Our Kyle Pazorski has a preview of what they're talking about on the agenda coming up tonight at 5.
Dad's razor, Dad. Hey, watch it. It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face. Game changer. While the Flex Disc contours to it, so the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke for the ultimate Gillette shaving experience. The best a man can get is Gillette Labs.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive contains ALA to relieve nerve aches and B-complex vitamins to fortify healthy nerves. Try Nervive and try Nervive Pain Relieving Roll-On.
Insurance. It isn't the most exciting thing to talk about, but it is incredibly important. Make sure you protect yourself and your loved ones by having enough insurance, including uninsured and underinsured coverage. At Gruber's offices, we see the importance of this every single day. We've helped tens of thousands of Wisconsin families just like yours. Gruber's offices, one call, that's all.
Transform your home with a new garage door from Ideal Door at Menards. We have more than 1,000 different style and color options to choose from and multiple types of doors in stock today. Get this 9x7 garage door for $334.99 after 11% rebate. Update your garage with a Chamberlain garage door opener. This chain dry model comes with built-in Wi-Fi, allowing you to open and close your garage door from anywhere. Get it today for $129.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Announcing the winners of Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Congratulations to Roth Cheese for winning bronze for Best Cheese Producer. Roth Cheese, always good. See all the winners on MadisonMagazine.com.
Hold it! Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
Ordering promotional products guaranteed to create memorable moments is an easy mission at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. Pick and Save gives you so many ways to save, on top of our lower-than-low prices. Enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Plus, our weekly sales will keep your budget merry and bright. So get rewarded and save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
New at 5, the first snowfall of the season could be right around the corner. News 3 Now checks out how the city of Madison is preparing to keep your streets safe.
Our first warned weather alert days in the forecast for Halloween. We'll start the day off with our first accumulating snow of the season, and that will ensure a very cold evening for trick-or-treaters. At 5, I'll have our Halloween forecast.
And ahead at 6, Wisconsin battles for a justice. Will Keneally walks you through Justice Janet Protasewicz's possible impeachment. How local voters are defending democracy tonight at 6.
Here's a live look at downtown Madison. Sun shining.
Boy, it looks nice out there.
Beautiful day.
Oh, but it's cold.
Let's talk about tomorrow. Beyond the barometer, Gary Canulty is here now. It's not the first time it snowed on Halloween.
No, it's not. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. And one of those times it happened was just 4 years ago. Remember this?
Oh, yeah.
2019 Halloween.
That's more than an inch.
Yeah, that doesn't look very much like Halloween. Cars sliding off the road. But you can see it's a slushy, wet snow, on the roads. It sticks a little bit, sticks more on the grass and on the trees, but it's that heavy, wet snow. And guess what? Well, let's take a look in beyond the barometer to see just how often that sort of thing happens. So looking at the last 5 years, you can see this is kind of pretty much average. Average high temperature is about 55, and so our temperatures have been within a few degrees of that. A little warmer last year at 66 for the high. Nighttime low temperatures are normally this time of year in the mid-30s. A little colder in 2020 and 2018, but not bad. But 4 of the last 5 years, no rain or snow. That's great for the trick-or-treaters. Then there's 2019. One
4
of these
inches.
years is not like the other. 32 for the high, 20 for the low. You melt the snow down, you come up with 0.2 of an inch of water, but 4 inches of snow in Madison. That was quite a shock for a lot of us. And if we take a look at the Halloween records, the warmest Halloween high temperature, 77 degrees back in 1950. And the coldest, oddly enough, 32 degrees in 2019.
What a coincidence.
Having snow on the ground, yeah, that does make a big difference in temperatures. And as far as rainfall and snowfall, 1960, we had almost 1.25 inches of rain. And in 2019, we had 4 inches of snow. So, yeah, that was an outlier of a year. But this year, unfortunately, will be closer to that than years past. Again, I'm not looking for a lot of precipitation, maybe 1 inch or 2 of snow north of Madison. And some of that may melt as temperatures actually get up into the upper 30s later in the afternoon, but still.
And all sort of cleared up by the time trick-or-treaters go out.
Well, yeah, but it's going to be cold. That's the problem.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Gary.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Gary.
And there's a new #1 at the box office.
When we come back, film critic Will Loper has the numbers and suggestions on what's new to stream when Live at 4 continues.
Welcome into your Midwest Money Minute with
Farmer Matt, Coplin from Midwest Financial Group. We have buzzed into Madison on the road at Anderson's Pleasant Patch Pumpkins out here in Cottage Grove because we're talking all things seeds. So with your finances, much like pumpkin seeds, things are going to start small and then grow and then grow some more.
Don't even try.
That's a heavy one.
That's a good point, right? I mean, some people think that their financial goals are this big thing, and they are, but you got to break them down to the very basic, which is planting that seed, getting started on a plan towards growing what you're going after.
I love this because it really breaks down so many things right off the bat for people who are like, oh my gosh, I just don't know. I want the retirement someday. I want all these things, but I don't know where to start. That's where you guys come in.
Yep, you need a plan. Farmers have plans. They can adapt to the weather changes. They can adapt to different things that go on. Same way with our world. If you want to pay for a child's college, start with $50 a month. If you want to retire on time, start today putting things away. So the whole thing is about navigating a plan.
And what about when things change and you have to pivot? How important is it when people have a team like MFG in place? They know you guys are right there taking care of it.
Well, the nice part is we got people with experience in doing it in all the different areas that are important, whether it's insurance or investments, retirement planning, taxes. So it's like a farm full of all the hands that you need.
I love it. If you want your dollar to grow from this all the way up to this, well, call Midwest Financial Group. Farmer Matt's going to help you out and his entire team of farmers, right?
Yep.
I'm Emmy Fink, and you are?
Buzzed into Madison.
That's right. Ready? Catch.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Choose FlexBuy on Bronco Sport with 3.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $500 FlexBuy and $1,000 open bonus cash.
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Well, pampered butchers and the pooches, that is, and their owners battled out for best dressed in trick-or-treat fashion during Dogoween costume contest in Peru. Costume canines dressed as Chucky, pirates, brides, and superheroes that strutted before an eager audience to show that they have what it takes to claim the fiercely contested title of Best Costume. Every year, these events attract more and more entries, human and canine.
Do we have costumes for the news hounds?
You know, I have old ones. You've probably seen it on the internet, the one with the, it looks like it's a person wielding a knife.
Oh, yeah, those are really funny. They're really funny. We'll probably be indoors for our little Halloween show tomorrow, but maybe they'll make an appearance.
Well, the horror of it all, Taylor Swift's movie got beat over the weekend.
But you got it, a horror movie. It was the winner. Here's film critic Will Loper with the numbers.
Hey, Mark and Susan. Turns out all it takes to beat Taylor Swift at the box office is some creepy animatronic animals. Five Nights at Freddy's smashed expectations, making $78 million at the box office. The best horror opening weekend of 2023 and the third best horror opening weekend ever.
Hi, this is Mike. I was just calling to see if that job that you offered was still available.
Yes. The security guard.
I will take anything.
The movie is based off the popular mobile video game of the same name, in which players watch a collection of security camera monitors and defend themselves against animatronic creatures come to life. In this movie, Josh Hutcherson plays a security guard who finds himself fending off against the singing and guitar-playing bear, rabbit, and more.
Ghost children possessing giant robots. Tell me how to stop them.
You don't.
Unfortunately, the movie is short on both scares and fun. We all know how creepy Chuck E. Cheese robots already are, and this movie should be a slam dunk for bringing the scares.
What do they want?
They want to make her like them.
Happy?
But it can't seem to make its mind up if it should be a horror film or indulge in a more campy, goofy tone. It succeeds in neither, and unless you're a die-hard fan of the video game franchise, Five Nights at Freddy's should not be part of your Halloween viewing.
Where to? Why do I always get the weirdos?
If you're looking for actual scares, check out Talk to Me, available to rent or buy on video-on-demand platforms.
I'll do it.
Cannot go for more than 90 seconds. Am I clear?
What happens after 90 seconds?
A group of friends finds a hand that allows them to conjure spirits.
Talk to me.
Streaming on Max is the scariest film of 2022, Barbarian.
Yeah.
This is 476 Barbary, right?
Yeah, I'm renting this place.
No, I booked it a month ago.
A woman finds her Airbnb is double booked, but can she trust the other guest?
I don't know if you got a great look at this neighborhood, but I don't think you should be out there by yourself.
He's past the others. The last cell, you keep to the right.
And for classic scares, check out 1991's The Silence of the Lambs, also streaming on Max.
Sit, please.
And 1979's Alien, streaming on Hulu and Amazon Prime Video.
Open the hatch.
Wait a minute. If we let it in, the ship could be infected. You know the quarantine procedure. 24 hours for decontamination.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
This thing bled acid. Who knows what it's going to do when it's dead?
You know that's when they made movies,
Yeah, I know.
not a video game adaptation.
Well, maybe we could just watch Airplane again.
I'd rather do that
and do some laughing rather than
any
get
of those.
scared to death.
Any of those. Sounds of the Lambs is a good film. All right, well, the final check of your forecast coming up.
Okay, Floor & Decor, show me what you've got. Now this tile says spa day all day, but this tile says classic on glam. And this modern look, it's sleek yet chic. Okay, I've got it. Everything I need to pull this project together, and all at the perfect price.
At Floor & Decor, you can realize any aspirational project at an inspirational price. Because with an unmatched selection of high-quality products, all at everyday low prices, your bathroom upgrade has never been more you. Discover Floor & Decor today.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like straight lines that seem wavy, blurry or missing visual spots that make it hard to see faces, like this one, or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. GA is irreversible. It's important to catch it early. Talk to your eye doctor about GA and learn more at gawon'twait.com.
Patio doors, patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors.
We do patio doors at scottthewindowguy.com.
Hold it!
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
Ordering promotional products guaranteed to create memorable moments is an easy mission at 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
A first warned weather alert day is in the forecast for our first accumulating snow and a very cold Halloween. At 5, I'll let you know how much snow to expect.
And we check out how Madison is preparing to keep your streets safe with the first flurries of the season. That's next at 5.
From damaging drought to catastrophic flooding and severe storms in every season, the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team gives you a deeper understanding of Wisconsin's ever-changing weather with special reports that go beyond the barometer. Only on News 3 Now.
It's sunny out there, but it's cold. 36 right now, Madison. 40 in Bosque Bell is one of the warmer temperatures around. You factor in the winds, and it feels more like it's about 20. Right now, 36 in Madison, 37 in Mount Horeb, and 36 in Sun Prairie. We'll be right back.
Pick and Save gives you so many ways to save, on top of our lower than low prices. Enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Plus, our weekly sales will keep your budget merry and bright. So get rewarded and save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we always want to give you more variety. That's why we developed Buffet Your Way. Order your favorite pizza for the buffet and we'll bake it and make sure you get the first slice. Like thin crust prairie, pepperoni and green olives on stuffed crust, stampede, buffalo chicken with jalapenos. You name it, we make it. Oh, Carl, I wasn't actually ordering. No, Carl, don't be like that. Come back, we'll eat them.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
Keep them coming, Carl.
The spring could just break. Precision is there to help.
We have fully stocked vehicles to fix any problem you'd have that same day. And we are all over the Madison area.
You're just one phone call away from getting your garage door fixed today.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Tomorrow is more than just the day ahead. Tomorrow is putting in the energy every single day. We're investing another $4 billion in renewables and low-carbon solutions through 2025 and modernizing our energy infrastructure to lower our emissions, bridging to a sustainable energy future.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
We've got questions about Medicare plans.
Well, we've got a lot of answers. How can I help?
Well, for starters, do you have a Medicare plan I can actually afford?
How about a plan with a $0 monthly premium?
Well, that's a great start. What other benefits can we get?
Things like dental, vision, and hearing. But let me help you pick the plan that's right for you.
Don't wait. Call 1-800-AETNA for you to get answers to your questions and pick a plan that's right for you. And let's make healthier happen together.
In today's Final Touch, New York City's subway stations can be frightening on their own.
But add some costume figures and it becomes a new spooky backdrop. Spooky, that is. Photographer Seymour Licht has documented the outlandish and peculiar parade of partygoers on the subway for nearly 2 decades. Now he's put together a book called Halloween Underground. There are appearances by classic horror villains like Pennywise and Michael Myers, but also glittering angels, a frog prince, and others. Unfortunately, Lick says as time went on, he noticed a drop in originality. Still, he says the work showcases the fantastical ride through the underbelly of New York City. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.